Hi, it's Greg, and this video is my follow-up to a video I just did, I just uploaded called No Organic Sales Yet. I'll try to post a card somewhere around here in the video. And what that's all about is discussing how to properly connect with people on Facebook if you're using organic marketing. And I think you'll find that it's a pretty comprehensive discussion on how to do it and why it works. So if you haven't seen that video already, go back and watch that first. Now what this video is about is using a tool that really increases your ability to manage and organize the contacts that you have, but it also allows you to manage what the conversations are going to be, because in organic marketing there's a lot of repetition and sometimes it's a little challenging to remember what the exact right thing to say to anybody is, or especially if you've had a conversation that's been ongoing for a period of time, maybe a few days or a week or two even. It's not always easy to just scroll up and down and figure out where you left off, especially if you've got a lot of these conversations going on. So I use a tool called Genius Messenger CRM, and this is really the game changer for me. This is what helped me to reach 5 figures a month in organic affiliate marketing, was using this tool, along with the other principles that I discussed in the other video. But using this tool really helped me. So whether you're involved in, well, any kind of organic marketing on Facebook. Now, for a lot of people, that's affiliate marketing. And for some people, they're still doing outreach to their audience, even if they're not an affiliate marketer. If you're a real estate agent, chances are you're dealing with a lot of people online. If you have a small business, chances are you're doing outreach to people, because this is free advertising and it's a way to connect with a large audience. You can go into different groups where people have shared interests. You can make Facebook friends with these people. You can start to explain what it is that you do. You can learn about them. You can you can find out their story, tell your story. Facebook is a much broader tool than just a place to store information about yourself and your friends and to trade recipes and funny little memes and things like that. I mean, it's good for that too, but it's an extremely powerful tool to use for business outreach. So if you're doing any kind of organic marketing on Facebook, here's my brief overview of how Genius Messenger CRM works. It's a Chrome-based install, and well, here we go. I'm going to switch over to my computer. Okay, see it. Okay, so here I am back inside my computer, and I've got Facebook Messenger open, and you can look at it. It probably looks a little different than yours if you just use the native version of Facebook Messenger. And that's because I'm using a Chrome install tool called Genius CRM Messenger. Now this is not just going to be about the software and about the tool. I mean, you have to remember, this is a tool that allows you to manage conversations to get to a place where it makes sense to suggest that people have a look at your offer. It just does it in such a great way that you can do a lot of the work up front that's repeatable, and then you can manage it super well, and it's very affordable too. In fact, I'm going to try to have a purchase link below this video, but if I don't, well, it's probably because it's just not ready yet, but you'll still get to find out about it, and this is a great tool. And again, if you don't use the tool, at least think about these principles, because it'll go a long way towards helping you to become more successful with your organic outreach. Okay, so here I am oh, by the way, I'm going to put a little bit of music soundtrack on this video, and I'm undecided about whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. So on this one, it's going to be there. Comment below and let me know if it's good or bad, if you like it or don't like it, because I'm doing a little bit of market research. And of course, subscribe if you think this is kind of interesting. I could use a lot more subscribers. And I've noticed I get sick of YouTubers saying, no, I like, share and bell and all that stuff, but it's true. The difference in views when I get comments and likes are huge. So if this is valuable to you, please like it for me. And even better, if you have a moment, give me a comment. Okay, so over to the side here, you can see that there's all these different contexts that I've got here. And the reason that they say unlabeled is because I just did a filter when I've installed Genius CRM where I've pulled up the unlabeled ones. And I just wanted to start with this person here who lives in New York according to their Facebook profile. And you can see the very first thing that was written here is I wrote a message that said, nice to meet you. And I put in brackets meet because we're not really meeting. And I said, I wanted to connect with you since we're both members of the Ministry of Freedom. Now that's a group that I belong to that I've paid to be in. And so it's a private group. And this person is also in that group. So I'm doing outreach to those people. And the more comments and engages posts out there, the more Facebook, the more reach Facebook provides. So I wanted to provide a reason as to why someone unknown to them is outreaching to them. And then this person wrote back, hello, good morning. Sorry for not responding later. I think they meant sooner. How are you? Now, if you recall, I said that you have to carry on some conversations to the point where you know a little bit about the person and they know a little bit about you before you can establish whether they might want to look at what it is that you have to offer. So Genius Messenger opens up, and you don't have to use this at this stage, but I wanted to show you what it is. It allows you to create labels, and you could do 1 or 2 labels. I use a whole bunch of them just because I like to move people along in a funnel. And when I break it down to what these things are, and these are all labels that I've created. It's all very flexible. And then it also allows you to add something called tags. So for example, if I outreach to somebody and they come back to me and I have a tag that says what group I might know them from, because depending upon what group it is, I might have a different conversation with them, right? So I need to keep all of that organized. So the thing that I like the most about this though is when you go into the message section, it has something called global templates. Now I talked earlier about how sometimes you'll just grab your pad of paper and make notes about people. Well, with Genius Messenger CRM, you don't have to do that. Again, all of these global templates are ones that I've added, okay? And I've come up with all these different categories, right? And all these things, like I might have different links that I want to share with them depending upon the conversation and what it is that they're looking for. And this is always at my disposal if I'm using the global template. So I've gone and written all of these, and anytime that I might want to write a new one, because I think that it might be a good response that I just haven't thought of, but I think I might use again, I can just add it, and I can actually do it in the tool itself. So I'm going to go and reply to this person, and I'm going to say, I'm going to go into the little icon here. And the cool thing is I can add a little note, right? So I can just make a note. So if I'd had a conversation with them, I can just start writing a note to them, and for some reason that's down, so I'll come back to that. It might be up. Okay, so all the different types of conversations, like I just showed you when I had Genius Messenger open, right? Remember, right over here. So they're all in here. So again, I know that this person is part of Ministry of Freedom because of how I wrote the outgoing message. And I do that not just to explain it to them, but also to explain it to myself when I come back later. So I want to label this. So I'm going to say this was cold outbound because I reached out to them because it was the first message there. And then I'm going to add a tag, and in this case I will do MOF, and I'll add that. And what's really kind of cool is if later I want to send out a mass broadcast to people that meet a certain criteria, I can send out messages that would appeal to people who had met certain criteria, then I can do that. So this person asked how I am, and I will say, that might be a maintenance message. That might be someone who I haven't, all the work's been done,
And it's one of the ways.
So they said, sorry for not responding.
Affiliate marketing.
And so all these things I've already written in the past.
If you're interested in checking out one of the best ways to make a very good living without having to know anything about technology, really, please don't feel that you need to respond anything about I can funnels or advertising or anything like that.
So I can
change this. In this case, I probably will. Absolutely free. I probably
think
in
a little
program
that
I'm good.
A lot around, and that's called the affiliate.
And then it made sense to say, please don't
link just below this video
before it's
for sure
that will allow you to do something called
the 5-day challenge.
Okay.
And what's
So
great
now
about
if I
the
want to
5-day
continue that
challenge
conversation on a little further,
is
and again,
it's
I'm taking a
completely
very
free.
slow
Every
way
time
to do
I've
this
ever
because,
bought a program, I had to pay for it before I got to see how it worked.
I'm just going to get
In this
to know
case,
this
they
person.
show
So
you
this is a
exactly
cold
how
outbound
it
friend
works.
request.
And it's
They're
completely
in the
free. You don't need a
LOF.
credit card or anything.
So let's
But
just
if you decide that it's something that is for you, you can know all about it in advance. You might look at it and go, no, it's not my cup of tea. No harm. But if it is something that you're interested in, at least you'll know all about it. And this really works. I've got other videos on this channel where I've got friends who are very successful, and I'm doing quite well at this too. In fact, when I hear myself explaining that I'm only doing 15 minutes a day, I think, well, maybe I should do a lot more and make a lot more. But this is probably going on a little too far. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give me a thumbs up if you found it useful. And, click on the link if you'd like to check out the 5-day challenge. And if there's a link for Genius CRM, I'm going to try to work out a great deal for purchasing it. And if you've never used Genius CRM, then by all means, start focusing on your Start focusing on connecting with people regularly. Every couple of days, you have to touch base with them. The content alone is not going to do it. Okay, I've overstated that. That's great. That's it. Bye for now. Let me know if the music was good or not. Bye for now.